Hi guys, Miss Main here with today's story. Happy Constitution Day. Today is Constitution Day. So I picked this book. It's called We the Kids. And it tells us a little bit about the Constitution. So, We the Kids. Unfortunately, Maddie, you can check me on this, but I do not think that there is a quiz for this book. It's too new. So here are some big words and some big ideas. There's not much to see, so I'm going to face this towards me so I can just read it a little bit faster. It says, the first time that I was forced to think about the Constitution was in the 5th grade. President's Day was coming up, and my teacher, Mrs. Baldwin, wanted to talk to us about big ideas, stuff like freedom, liberty, the founding fathers, presidents. I sat doodling a picture of George Washington riding the red 27 mountain ranger bike that I had hoped to get for my next birthday. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, my teacher recited, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and prosperity. I remember thinking, man, why couldn't these guys who wrote this just write in regular English? Establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. But I guess that's just how everyone talked back in the olden times. Like my grandfather, who always said things like rip snortin' and hog swangling, rootin' tootin'. I'm a much older guy now, and I figured that our Constitution is simply a list of rules and promises written down by people just like you and me. Some were tall, some were short, some were thin, fat, or hairy, but all of them used to be kids. So you definitely don't have to be a grown-up to understand why they wrote it. For me, the Constitution is kind of a how-to book, showing us ways to have happiness, safety, and comfort. Sounds like common sense, right? But a couple of hundred of years ago, those weren't common at all. For instance, back then, if you said or wrote something and people in charge didn't like it, they could just simply just stick you in jail or put tar and feathers all over you. Ouch! Now, even though a lot has changed, if you listen to the rules in our Constitution, they still make good sense. And tar, well, it's used to make the highways, and feathers, they're strictly just for the birds. Okay? So now you're going to hear some words that I would like to go over with you too. So the preamble. A preamble is just the first part of something, like an introduction. We, the people of the United States, that just simply means all the people in our country, including kids. In order to form a more perfect union, all that means is to come together and make things better for everyone who lives in our country. Establish justice. That means to make things fair and honest for everyone. Ensure domestic tranquility. That means to make sure that we can all have a nice life and get along with one another. Sounds great, doesn't it? Provide for the common defense. That means to protect us from all other people or countries who might try to harm us, as in like a war, and to help us if we have been harmed. Promote the general warfare. That means to help make life good for everybody, having enough to eat, having a place to live, being safe, and having friends and fun times, and some of the other things that make our life good. Secure the blessings of liberty. That means to protect our rights and freedoms and not let anyone take them away. Being able to choose our religion, being able to say what we think, and to get together with friends and family and other people are some of the freedoms that we have. To ourselves and others' prosperity. That means kids, parents, and other grown-ups all have people born in the country after we are. Do, ordain, and establish this Constitution. All that means, write it down and live by it. A list of rules and promises that are governments to keep and for the people to obey. And then the last one is the United States of America. That's just the country where we live. Okay, and then we can kind of watch this little dog in these pictures, and he kind of helps us understand. So the first part of the preamble, we the people of the United States. And that just means everybody, including kids. In order to form a more perfect union, he needs a little help doing it more perfectly. So in order to form a more perfect union just means come together and make things better. Don't you think these guys could come together and make it better for him? Establish justice. That just means to make things fair for everyone. We have rules, we have to live by them. Sit quietly and listen when somebody's talking, maybe that's a rule. Ensure domestic tranquility. Make sure that we can all have a nice life and get along with one another. That's kind of a nice life, right? Playing, watching TV. Provide for the common defense. So they're in the tent camping, and it looks like the dog is on the wall watching, saying, I'm going to protect you. Maybe these guys want to come in here and eat him, and he's like, nope, not on my watch. I'm protecting. I'm providing the common defense. Nobody's going to harm my people. Promote the general warfare to make a good life for everybody, having enough to eat, having a place to live. Promote the general welfare. Everybody has enough to eat, happy, and secure the blessings of liberty. We're protecting their rights, we're protecting their freedom, making sure that everybody is together, friends, family. That was our definition. To ourselves and prosperity. The kids, the parents, the grown-ups, people born in this country after we are. We have to take care of our planet and our country so that the people after us have a nice place. Do, ordain, and establish the Constitution. Write it down. Live by them. Keep your promises so that everybody's happy. And then for the United States, the country where we live. So, we the kids promise to keep our world safe. Hope you enjoyed the story. Hope you learn a little bit more a little bit later on today about the Constitution. Bye guys, see you tomorrow.